grammar, a little can be conveyed, but without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed. People use words to express their thoughts in any language. In fact, vocabulary forms the basis for development of all other skills: reading, listening, writing, speaking. Hence, the importance of vocabulary cannot be undermined. Let's learn a few words today. The first lesson of vocabulary will teach you some basic words, most of which you would have seen in our grammar first lesson itself. So what we will do is, we will connect the meaning of these words with the word. We will connect the meaning with the words and also learn to frame some sentences using these words. So, Soredeva, hajimemashou. First four words which I have selected are I, you, he, she. I, the word is watashi. Watashi. You, anata. You, anata. Let's frame sentences using these two words first. Watashi. We will be framing sentences using the pattern N1 wa, N2 this. Watashi. I pause here for a minute because I want you to do the exercise of framing a sentence, after which even I will give one sentence of mine on the board. Okay, so let me write a sentence here. Watashi, this is the topic, so it will be followed by the particle wa. Watashi wa engineer desu. I am an engineer. This is a sentence which I formed. Next, anata, you. Of course, I have told you that anata is not a very commonly used word in Japanese. Instead of referring to anybody as anata, we would prefer to tell the name attached with san. But just for our discussion, let's frame out a sentence with anata. Here what I will do is, I will tell you the sentence in English. I want you to write down the sentence in Japanese. Are you hurry? This is the sentence. Are you hurry? I'm waiting because I want you to frame out the sentence. Okay, so let me write the sentence now. Anata wa Hari-san desu ka? This I have framed out using the question marker ka. Anata wa Hari-san desu ka? Okay, the next two words. He, the word is kare. She, kanojo. Can you repeat them? He, kare. She, kanojo. Kare, kanojo. Kare. Let's frame out a sentence as he is hurry. He is hurry. This is the sentence I want you to frame out using kare word. Kare wa. Hurry, I am referring to someone else, hence the word san has to come. Kare wa Hari-san desu. Kare wa Hari-san desu. Kanojo. She is Raji. This is the sentence I want you to frame out. She is Raji. Kanojo wa Raji-san this. One point to be noted about these two words are, even though I've told you that kare means he and kanojo means she, these two words have some other meanings also. Depending on the context, you would apply that meaning. Another meaning for kare is boyfriend, and for kanojo, girlfriend. So if you have to tell that Hari is my boyfriend, in that case also you would use the word kare. Now if you ask me, generally for he you use this word, or for boyfriend, mostly you use it not for he but for this. But in Japanese, you don't call anybody as you or he. You would prefer telling their name followed by the word san. Okay, so these are the first four words: I, watashi, you, anata, he, kare, she, kanojo. Let's move ahead to the next few words. Namae. The meaning for this word is name. If I were to use this word for myself, as in my name is Varsha, I would tell as Watashi no namae wa Varsha desu. But the same word, if I have to refer it or use it in the context of someone else, I would make the word little more polite. And the way to make a word polite is by adding the letter O as a prefix to it. There are two ways in which a word can be made polite. Either you add the letter O as a prefix or go as a prefix. When you should do O and when go, as you move ahead into your journey of learning vocabulary, you would be able to understand that. So for now, let's take it that namae, if you want to use it in the context of someone else, you will tell it as o namae. Okay, let's frame a sentence using this word. The form which we will be using here is N1 va N2 this, but as a question. So it will be ka. The question marker ka is going to be used. What is your name? This is the sentence we'll frame out. One thing I know, that since it is a question, the sentence will end with ka. And since we are dealing only with polite forms, it has to be, the predicate is going to be ending with this. So desu ka. Next, this sentence is not like a yes or no question pattern, but it is a sentence with an interrogative. You remember we saw two interrogatives, what and who? In this case, the interrogative used is what. And what is the Japanese word for what? None. So, none is the word. If you remember the sentence pattern for an interrogative, it was in va, then interrogative, and it will end with desu ka. This was the sentence pattern. The interrogative we've identified as none. And what is the topic in this sentence? Name. Please note, your is not necessary, because when you're speaking to the other person, it is obvious that you're asking him his name, so you need not tell this your in the sentence. We will drop this. So our topic is name, and since you are using it in the context of another person, you are not going to just tell namae, but you're going to tell it as o namae. Topic identified as o namae. Topic should be followed by the topic marker va. So the sentence is o namae wa nan desu ka? What is your name? O namae wa nan desu ka? This is one way of asking. But if you want to make it little more shorter, you're just in a conversation and you want to know the other person's name, you can just tell this word. Onamaiwa. And that's it. You can skip this na desu ka also. In fact, in Japanese, they make the sentences as small as possible, omitting the extra words which are understood from the context. So the shortest way of asking your name, onamae wa? The other person replies, Hari-san. Is it correct if he tells Hari-san? It's like Hari is telling Hari-san. Is that correct? No. When you're telling your own name, you should just tell the name, Hari. If you tell Hari-san, it's a joke. You can't call your name with respect. Okay? That's wrong. So, onamae wa, the other person will tell Hari. Okay. Next, we'll move on to another question which requires yes-no kind of an answer. I've written a question, Hari-san desu ka? Which means someone is asking him, are you Hari? Hari-san desu ka? Let's take he is going to tell yes. So his reply will be hi. There are three ways in which you can tell yes. Like in English, you can tell yes. You can tell yeah, very colloquially. Ah, that's right. You can tell that way also. So there are three different ways in which you can tell a yes. One is hi. We have already learnt it in grammar lesson 1. The other one, if you're in a conversation, you could also tell so this. So this. That also means yes. The third way of telling, you could tell hi, so this. Yes, that's right. So either just hi, or you could tell hi, so this. So this. Any of it would mean that you are agreeing to that statement or to the question asked to you. If you want to tell a no for it, 2 is EA, which means no. Or if you want to make it little more assertive, you could tell EA chigaimasu, which means no, that's not correct or that's different. EA chigaimasu. Chigaimasu, for now you learn it as no, that's not correct. This is the meaning, but it could have some other meanings also, which you'll learn later. EA chigaimasu, you could stop with that, or you could tell EA chigaimasu, George this, or you could tell your name. That no, I'm not Hari, but I'm George. 2 things we have learned now. One is namai means name, hi means yes, EA no. Hi, so this. That's correct. EA chigaimasu. No, that's not correct.